Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Inkaholic here with a tutorial on mob farming. I've been on the search for gunpowder, and mainly that's my main objective, is finding gunpowder, and I haven't been able to successfully find a way to achieve getting creepers to get the gunpowder, so I wanted to make a hostile mob farm. And I've done a few different designs, and I haven't really had any luck. I stumbled across a video from Mr. New Guy Gaming. He did a video called Mob Farming 101, and I watched that video, and it was a very simple design. It was a simple 20 by 20 room, 5 blocks high, and that just dropped the spiders down 24 blocks. That's how far they are till they die. And you collect the loot. But when I built it, I noticed that I had spiders falling, so I had to add some half slabs. And then also I noticed that as I was running, in the collection area, that they kept falling on my head, and the the skeletons will actually shoot you on the way down with arrows. So to alleviate that problem, I created the little minecart there that you saw at the beginning of the video. Now that was on my survival map. Now I'm in creative mode here, and what I'm doing is I'm building a tower, and I screw up right here. I'm building it. I should have went 100, and I probably should have about went 130, but mobs don't spawn, or actually let me rephrase that, they despawn at 128 blocks away. So what that means is that 128 blocks away, monsters will spawn, but then they will turn around and disappear. So they despawn basically. And what you want to do is you want to create this mob farm way up in the air, and actually the ideal location would be over an ocean, so that nothing on the bottom floor would spawn underneath you. But this still works, and you'll get the gist of it. This is going to be the collection pad. The collection pad is a 6x7, but it can be whatever you want. I just got it pretty much as small as it needs to be. And these 4 locations right here are going to be the drop zone. This is going to be the kill zone where the mobs fall down and die and drop their loot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up 24 blocks from this location right here. And I'm in creative mode, and I know that there are others out there that do these tutorials and they're way faster, so forgive me for my slowness. But yeah, so we're going 24 blocks up, and once we get 24 more blocks up, that is going to be the bottom floor of the spawning room. And we need to make sure that you pay attention to where you're at down there and place 4 blocks, because actually these 4 blocks are all that's going to be gone at the very end. And from this location, what you want to do is build 2 out, 2 wide, and you want to go 9 out. So what you're going to end up with is a 20 by 20 pad with walls that are 5 high on each side. And I will show you in just a second why. Okay, so we've got the symmetrical base. Basically, this is where the water is going to be flowing at. This is, like I said, 9 blocks, and the 9th block being the wall. So now you have 8 blocks to the hole, and that would be where the water flows. Here's the finished product, and this is actually, there's 2 of these rooms. I decided in this tutorial to build 2, but there's the bottom one. They have 4 spawning pads that are 8 by 8s, 2 high, and the canals there are 8 blocks long. That way you can put water in the back and flow it toward the center. Here's the finished product outside with half slabs on top. You put half slabs on top because you don't want any mobs spawning outside the trap. You want them to spawn inside the trap, and monsters will not spawn on a half slab. So As you can see, I've placed half slabs sporadically. Well, not sporadically, there is some kind of little method there, but basically what I wanted to do is make sure that there is no 2x2 area for a spider to spawn on, because in my first attempt at making this in my survival single player map, I had spiders jumping down, and they were actually just kind of floating down on me. So they weren't dying with the rest of the mobs. They floated down, they crawled down the walls and would attack me. So to alleviate the spiders, we're just going to put half slabs. I want to mention too that this isn't an XP grinder. There is no XP achieved by this. It's just simply to collect loot, which is fine by me, because if you've ever seen any of my episodes, I have numerous versions of XP grinders on my survival single player world. So I don't need any XP, but this is for strictly loot, and it works great. So, yeah, I'll show you the half slab. Let me get a little bit of light in here. And like I said, here's the 4 holes that they'll be falling down. Go ahead and put some water in these canals. And I'd also like to mention too that most of your starting houses and stuff like that on your board is you're at level 24. That's about where sea level is. Okay, so if you need to go up 128 blocks, that puts you at 192 is where the base, where your collection base needs to be. That way that everything underneath you, there's no monsters spawning. And then if you add another 24 on top of that, that puts the base floor of the spawning room at level 216. And I think you can go up to like 240 or so. So you've got a little bit more room to put like maybe 2 rooms or so. But I actually have 1 room on my survival map, and it is working just fine. I let it run for an hour, and this isn't my design, by the way. These spawning rooms aren't my design. I did put these half slabs here in this fashion. I guess I did it right. I mean, it works. So I don't know if there's a better way of doing it, but the minecart is my idea that I come up with, because what happened was I kept trying to run underneath the little 4x4 hole and kept getting rained down upon with zombies and creepers, and they would hit me and the skeletons would shoot me. So that's what I'm kind of proud about, is getting the minecart collection there, because when you're in a minecart, you actually collect things within a block away. So by circling the 4x4 area, you can collect. So we've got everything closed up, lit up on the outside of this room, by the way, just so they don't spawn on top of that. We're going to go ahead and cut this on easy to get them started to warm up, and we will watch them fall. Actually, we can go up there, because we're in creative mode. They're not going to attack me, but... nobody on this floor. Oh, hello. And there they go, falling to their death. And that's it. So, we're going to come back on here, and I will show you... There you go. Perfect. And let me go ahead and put this back on peaceful, and we're going to get rid of all the stuff. And notice I have some redstone torches, some powered track, and some regular track, and a minecart, and half slabs. I'd like to mention too that I'm on the 1.3 newest update that just came out here in August for the PC. And with that update, you were actually allowed to place half slabs underneath blocks now. Before you used to not be able to. So now you can put half slabs underneath, and these half slabs are important because even with this minecart, and there's only 2 blocks high in there, the skeletons can have the briefest line of sight of you, and they'll shoot you, and you'll take damage. So to alleviate that as best I could, what I did is I decided to use half slabs underneath the tunnel that they fall down in, so that it allows just a little bit more coverage area for me to circle around with my minecart and not get hit by a bow and arrow. So, placing torches underneath to light up the tracks. And, you know, I probably could have built another floor underneath this so that you don't see it from the ground. But, I mean, frankly, who cares? I mean, we're in creative mode. But put these blocks back, and now you've got a complete circular track. And, like I said, I'm going to put the half slabs underneath these 8 locations here. Now, in my survival map, I carry a pickaxe with me and actually have a chest up there that has half slabs in it so that I can, because when you jump out of the minecart, you'll be in the center, and to get out you have to knock down the half slab. So, alright, let's go ahead and put this back on easy and get this thing cranked up and show you how it works. Just put the minecart down, and you might have to touch it to get it rolling, and you just hop in and you just sit there and do circles. You can go completely AFK, away from the keyboard, and not touch a thing, and this thing can roll for days, or until your computer falls asleep, one or the other. So, I sat there for an hour last night and watched my screen for any imperfections, anything I could find wrong with this, and I couldn't find anything. And the best part is that you could actually have, right there, I just stopped because a zombie fell in the trackway, and I stopped. But then, even if you stop moving, another zombie or creeper or whatever will fall down and bump you in the slightest bit, just enough to get you going to the next power track, and it will get you rolling again. So it's never ending. You might switch directions and whatever. I think it works great. You don't have to get out. You can leave this thing running and just collect a bunch of loot. So in a matter of 10 minutes or so, that's what I've collected. I think that's pretty damn good, pretty high efficiency. Here I am again in my single player map, and I recorded it for 10 minutes, and this is what I collected: 62 gunpowder, 64 arrows, actually no, 67 arrows, 48 rotten flesh, and 59 bones. So that's pretty good. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. It was my first, and my name's Inkaholic. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this. Tell your friends. Spread this tutorial around, and don't forget to sub if you want to see some more stuff. All right? Take care, guys. Thanks.